let's give New York something. I want to. I swear to God, I know. I know it's a bad thing. I know it's me being a bad podcaster. But I swear to God, like I want. Because when Jane was like for a while, like Jane was like not coming up on the podcast, and I was like so excited about her coming up, and I'm 42 years old, and I'm talking to every 16-year-old out there that has Tumblr messaged me, that doesn't like me, and says like I think you're a fat piece of shit, but like Jane being on the show makes me think that you may not be a fat piece of shit. And you're wrong. I am a fat piece of shit. But you're right. Like you have no idea how many lives that you've probably saved because you've been nice. And I think that you've probably gone through like probably some pain. I think that people have probably beaten you online, and I want to try to offset that and say, here's your crown, here's your fucking scepter, because you're like through all of it, this roller coaster ride of me going from what are you, a guy or a girl? I don't know what's going on, man. Like you've been the person that has like you're the George Washington of everything.
She's the George Washington of everything.
So,
end scene.
Where can I go with the end scene? Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I'm not used to being well known.
Festooned with genius?
I'm not. Well, no. That.
Oh, sorry. No.
He was humble for a second.
No.
But no,
I wasn't fishing for that.
There's been lots of people who, actually very few people who've really like approached me on Twitter or something who've really come after me. But when they do, of course, it hurts, and because this has hurt my whole life. But it's also because of the opportunity that you've given. We're gonna turn this around on you.
What do people say? Jane, what do people say online that hurts? Like, how do they come at you? I can't imagine somebody would come at you in a hurtful way.
Oh no, really? People are great.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the matter?
It happens.
Yeah, people have a natural grace to them that just confounds the imagination.
There's situations where people say, "What the hell is trans? You're really a guy. Go kill yourself." You get that level of absolutely.
If you're 16 and you don't know who you are, it's good for you to get passionate about this shit, and it's good for you to look at someone like me and go, that guy's Jim Belushi. I don't like him. I totally support you and accept that. But the idea that anybody ever said to you, because you came on the show and because you talked to me and because I used the wrong pronoun. That ever say to you, "Oh, you're a piece of shit. You fucking sold out now, mama." Like that's. But those people are good people, and everyone's good people, and I'm gonna take a shit on the stage.
Go ahead.
Also, like 1 million people got shot last night. All right, go ahead.
Thanks for that tee up.
Too late?
Too real, or not real enough. I don't know.
That's fucking
we had to walk through a.
I'm sorry. I did kind of distract us with that. There's 12 NYPD guys outside the.
For me, because I am. We talked about this earlier today. I'm a dummy, coming late to the party of knowing how to I have a vocabulary about how to address it, and so pronouns is the trouble for me. We just want to know how to say things, but meeting you, you're my first introduction into saying, or to
that was
having a concept, the idea that gender could be any old thing, could be anything, right?
It really comes down. It comes down to from the part of the person who's presenting themselves or representing themselves as a non-traditional gender combination or whatever it is. sensitivity just has to be there from everybody. Everyone's kind of coming into this new game kind of unprepared. Our culture isn't prepared to deal. Our language isn't prepared to deal with it.
Yeah.
So given that, and given the fact that people deserve to be treated humanely on both sides, don't be a dick. I mean, everyone has to be ready to engage. And if someone isn't ready to engage, say with me, and they insist on calling me he, or whatever, what am I going to do? Change them? No. If we're going to change them at all, I'm going to change them by just continuing to be a good person. And you've got to learn to let things roll off your back. I've been letting things roll off my back for a long time.
Fuck yeah.
The world is not going to. The world isn't going to change in my lifetime. I can't. But I've got to go on and have my life and have it as good as I can and make the life as good.
But what's great about you and also other friends of ours is that when we fuck up, when we mispronounce, like when we say the wrong thing, you never go, you did it wrong. You never shame us for saying
You
it.
should be ashamed of yourself.
No, absolutely.
You did it right. You should be ashamed of yourself.
No.
There's no resolution there.
No,
You did it wrong. Here's how to do it right.
That's not how you teach people. That's not how you model good behavior. You just step back, and if there's an opportunity to re-engage and educate, great, you do that. If it's not, this isn't a formal education. It's informal education.
Well, it's nice being in a city, and there's cities all over the world where people are progressive and open themselves up to this stuff. The fact that there's a conversation that happens about this. When I was a kid, there was gay, straight, and maybe a third color called bi. That was it.
Kinks.
There were three colors in that trailer.
I was hungry.
But the idea now that sexuality can be any shade, anything, is a new thing for everybody.
And it's great because, it's always been there.
Yeah, but we never had vocabulary for it.
Exactly, and that's what's been brilliant lately is that, really coming from kids mostly, is just redefining the language and coming up with all these great terms. And unfortunately, it makes for the alphabet soup of like LGBTQQIA.
QQGGIA.
And Jane,
but
we look at you. You look like a guy wearing Converse jeans and stuff. And to say she, we have to, I have to wrap my brain around that. And it's a new thing that I have to let myself do.
Let me tell you an interesting story. Every time when I fly, and I go through the airport, and I go through the porno scanner, I get flagged. And I'm usually dressing, I tend to present relatively male. But because I come through and I'm presenting male, it is someone's job, and it's honestly someone's job to push a button on that machine, a pink button or a blue button, literally, that then that they read, okay, I'm reading this person as male, push the blue button. That sets up a particular algorithm in the machine that then says, okay, look, when you do this scan, if there's anything close to the outline of a standard body that is an anomaly, that person needs to be checked. So if I'm going through and I'm reading as male, I'm wearing a bra. And so I have a bra strap in the back that sets off the machine. I always have to be stepped over.
And that's the pink button, right?
No, so they push the blue button. Identify. And so
I thought pink meant like your dick color.
No.
And then I thought
that's a different pink. We were there.
It's not the color of his dick.
I don't.
I didn't know.
They're trying to read that. Well,
I didn't know.
Yeah, be educated. But the thing that's also really fucked up then is because I was read as male, a guy comes up to actually do my pat down.
Which, by the way,
But then I have to look him in the eye and say, he says, there's something between your shoulder blades. And I have to go, it's my bra. And but that puts it on me. I'll do it, and it feels pretty cool to do it. But it's also, it sucks. It sucks that there's a system in place that at this point, it's not just like friends misreading or messing up on a pronoun. This is an entire system, security system that I'm forced to go through to go on a plane. I could go around, I could do TSA pre-check, or I could just go straight to a pat down or
we
request
all
a
know
female.
95% is not effective. So there was and they're trying their best because they're going, what we don't want is for a lady to feel violated by a dude going, "Oh, are you Al Qaeda? Your pussy." They're trying. They made their rules based on actually respect.
But based on respect of a dichotomy that has been sort of irrelevant.
And
for
so
at
the
least
hardest
15
thing that we
years.
all have to do now is like release from the fucking dichotomy.
And that's the education thing.
But
Just
it would
letting
be
people.
great for bars and restaurants because how much real estate do you think the fact that you have to have a men's room and a women's room? It's like fucking like combine them. Make one shitty bathroom.
I posted it.
And there's a hole in the floor, and you're like, shit in the floor.
Like the place in Paris that you were talking about.
La Perouse?
Yeah. But anyway, I got this picture at an airport, and it was the male bathroom, the female bathroom. It was actually had like male symbols. They were in blue lights up above and pink lights. But in between there was this brick wall in between the male and the female. And so I did this picture where it was like, that's bathroom 9 3/4. That's where I need to go through that wall.
There's like all these
to that
photos
fantasy bathroom.
It's like trans
For people who don't-
men who are like in bathrooms, like doing selfies, and they're like all bummed out because they're like,
Well, like in
because they have to be in the women's room because
according to the new rules in
and they're
Texas
like,
or whatever,
I'm
yeah.
sad. I look like Tom Skerritt, but I'm sad. Like in the women's room.